So anyway, that's where we are with the Muncher. Is we've got really exciting news coming up. I've told you everything I can, but I can
probably
also
too much.
Yeah, probably too much, but whatever. And we're all among family here. And I would say that the other side of that Muncher story is that we are unlocking. We are boldly going where no one has gone before. We're trying to correlate DNA with soil food web. Monumental. Because now if you have a microscopy and Andy goes, okay, you got this, these are your counts. We can say, okay, based on our DNA testing of soil food web organisms, and we can say the Muncher has these organisms, but doesn't have those, well, we can add them, right? We can amend it, or we can, put more compost in the beginning to get those organisms to come out in the end. So it's just like unlocking the ability for the Muncher to directly target, like a sniper, a specific condition or issue. And that again would be, that was something that Elaine has dreamed about for years, but it's just been too expensive. Yeah. And then on top of that, like Craig is amazing. He's got all of these different, like we talked about today, I call them feathers, right? I go, you don't have a feather in your hat. You have a fucking headdress, dude. Like you have all of these different friends that come from all these different groups that are all looking to do the similar things, that once we get, a little bit further along down the path, you'll be able to pull this feather for here, this feather for that, this bead to that person. And basically we barely be paying for these tests because like he has the ability to extract. This person has the ability to read. That person has the computing data. Because that's another thing is you need fucking huge computing power to pull those freaking 8 million freaking ones and zeros down to that long read down into usable human read information. If you don't have that computing data, you can't get it to that point. Then you need the machine learning to say, okay, based on these long reads at this depth, you can expect these results from this community that you have uncovered in this particular product. And again, that goes back to, all right, what was the input? Holy fuck. Now you're like, oh God, if I add a pepper instead of a tomato, well, this salad's going to be real fucking hot. And it's not going to be as, sweet and juicy. And so, then all of a sudden now you can start to steer your inputs based on the knowledge that you've acquired through the M5 process. Now we gave their fucking machine rocket engines, right? They can fucking launch because they can go to any client anywhere. Like one of the things that they're, well, again, some of the team members have made interesting observations about is that California, for whatever reason, I think is the world's third largest olive producer. Everybody loves olive oil, right? Everybody loves olives, right? Well, there's a problem during production of olive oil. You create these phenolic compounds, which are pretty fucking toxic, dude. They're pretty ugly, and they don't break down. So basically, you have like radioactive waste. What do you do with it? You can't bury it. You can't leave it above ground. You can't shoot it into space. It's too expensive. What do you do with it, right? And so they have this incredible waste stream of all of this phenolic compounds that they can't get rid of. So one of the principals that was working with me came back and said, hey, if we unlock this market, you're talking about probably $1 billion a year market just in this one fucking tiny little group. What do you think? So I was like, oh, fuck. Well, based on the tests we've done to date, it appears, or my hypothesis, and not mine, this is the M5 crew too.
Right.
Our hypothesis is that it should break those phenolic compounds down and render them what we call
inert,
bioavailable, so inert,
yeah.
right? And so that was like another, oh, fuck, right? Oh man, that's a whole nother entity.